I think a person's ability to apologize is maybe one of the strongest indicators as to what kind of person they are with the people who are most dependent on them. Recently, I've had some conversations with loved ones who are worried about ending up in relationships with especially men who would be narcissistic, abusive, and ultimately willing to abandon their children and families because they see themselves as more important. Obviously, I have a lot of personal experience with this and have seen a lot of men like this. And I think the ability to apologize sincerely and quickly is such a good indicator of things. And here's the reasoning why. Someone who can quickly apologize when they see something has gone wrong, not in a way that I'm off the hook, in a way that says, hey, I'm so sorry about what happened, and I'm sorry that something I did has caused in any way for you to be hurt, and it's really important to me to figure out how and to fix it. Which is very different from saying, I recognize that you feel upset, and I'm sorry you feel that way. Because what that does is completely take responsibility off the person. Doing that shows that, hey, my priority is not my ego. My priority is my relationship with you, making sure that that relationship remains. And I think also the sincerity of the apologies is also super important. Really taking the time to say it properly, figure it out, recognize what you've done, or at least saying, hey, I'm here to just listen without feedback. I'm not going to fight with you. I just want to hear what's going on. Shows sincerity. And finally, if someone you know has been avoiding apologizing to people because for them, their ego is more important than trying to repair a relationship or get better, just avoid them is my best recommendation. That's someone whose ego is fragile and a lot of their life's decisions are based around protecting it. And very little is going to really change that unless they decide they want to change. So, anyone else here want to chime in on things that kind of quickly tell you? I have sort of ideas about, and I'm careful with this because I think it's impossible to generalize, but I feel like there's a type of person who tends to sneer and has this smile that doesn't quite come up to their eyes where it feels like they're laughing at you the entire time. Or people, especially people who enjoy bullying and rarely give compliments, I think that's a pretty good indication of their relationship to other people and often a reflection of their own insecurity. I feel like kind and secure people will try and boost others because they don't see themselves as losing out to others. They never see themselves as in competition to them. But those are not things that I'm 100% certain on, but I'd love to hear people's thoughts because it's rough out there. And a lot of my female friends are trying to find the men that they'd like to build lives with. I think even in business and life, it is helpful to be able to recognize people like that so you can avoid them.